Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out a supposed $8 Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blue Blood dupe. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products and not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. So, how is everyone today? I hope wherever you're at in the world— oh god, I dropped this. I hope wherever you're at in the world, you are having a marvelous day so far. I myself am just waking up and holy hell, I am so grateful for all these lights because I look hella rough. Not with these lights though, I look clean and fresh, like a newly washed buttock. Anyways, one of my very sweet subscribers tagged me in a post that had this. This is from, I don't know, what the fuck is this called? ccolorcosmetics.com. This was $8. And hold your nips, my peeps, because this looks almost exactly the same. I haven't even opened this up, but I'm really curious to know the quality. Like, there's no way this could be the same quality as Jeffree's for $8. Although I do remember watching Jeffree's video, and I think he said the packaging was the most expensive part. So I don't know if I really will be surprised if they are the same. Here is this though, and then here is the Blue Blood. Those are so similar, like what the fuck? Probably not exact, but this is like the Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen of palettes. But you know, I'm still not exactly sure how I feel about dupes. It's kind of like double penetration, like it has its pros and its cons. Like, I appreciate the fact that there's options out there for people who might not be able to afford the real thing, but then at the same time, I'm thinking of all of the effort, money, and time and work that I put into my own products and how sad I would be if somebody duped them and sold them for cheaper. But then again, if your products are so fucking popular that they're needing to be duped, then by people buying the dupes, it's probably not gonna affect sales that much. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel about dupes. But before we do like full ass swatches of these, I do just want to feel a couple of them. So let's go in with this Deep Blue right— oh my god, that is really soft, but there's like not a lot of pigment. Let me see if I can get a better swatch. It just feels, I don't know, like it's a little bit sploochy and weird looking. Let's see how Jeffree's is. This is Blue Monday. It feels the same and it definitely looks way better on the fingers. So the dupe, it doesn't look bad, but does it look as beautiful and pigmented as the Jeffree one? No. And FYI, honey, I do not suck dick on this channel. Like, I didn't love this palette to begin with, but so far I can see that this quality is better than the $8 dupe. Let's go in with another color. Let's do this kind of minty one right there. Again, super soft, but like really, really crumbly. Whew, that one's pretty nicely pigmented. Let's go in with mint tea. The Jeffree one, it just feels a little bit softer and like better put together, but those two honestly look pretty similar. And who knows how these are on a brush, like they could be fucking amazing with a brush. Here we have the dupe, that's really pretty, and then the Jeffree one right next to it. I mean, once they're next to each other, there is a difference in saturation, like the Jeffree one is deeper and more vibrant, but otherwise, if you did an eye look with them side by side, they could pass. And then here we have the dupe mint tea. That's not bad. Ooh, it doesn't want to stick though. And then Jeffree's mint tea, which does want to stick. Side by side, I think they look very, very close. Almost the same. The only difference is that the dupe, it just doesn't want to lay down as nicely, so maybe it needs a really good primer or something sticky. I am curious to know if I'll have the same issues with this palette as I did with this one. I haven't really used this much since reviewing it, but I do remember that it was a little bit patchy for me, which I'm slightly convinced that I just got like a bum palette because I used my friend's Blue Blood palette, and honestly, it was magical. So I don't really know what the difference was with mine, but it didn't perform optimally. It's like me in bed after I've had a few poofs. But seeing these swatches, I do kind of think that I can create the same look on both sides. So let's go ahead and do a look and swatch these bitches. You guys know the song. Are you ready? It's swatching time. Alright, so here we have the first grouping. On the top is the dupe, and then on the bottom is the Blue Blood palette, and I'm gonna be real with you, these look way more similar than I originally thought they would. They do feel quite a bit different, like the Jeffree Star quality just feels a bit nicer, and I guess more effortless, like you don't have to like dig into the pan. Not that you had to dig into the pan with the dupe, but the dupes just felt a little crumbly and kind of powdery, but once they're next to each other and like swatched out, they look almost identical, do they not? I think the main difference is how well Jeffrees are sticking versus the dupes, but otherwise, I would not be able to tell that these are from different palettes if I didn't know it. Lastly, we have our final group, which once again, I am fucking shooketh. Like, these are so damn similar. The only real difference is with Celebrity Skin, the dupe one is a little bit deeper, and then with, what is this, Ocean Ice, the dupe one does not have glitter in it like the Jeffree one does. I think the Jeffree one is way prettier, but other than that, they are so close. Again, quality-wise, you can tell that the Jeffree ones are made a little bit better, but if we're able to get the exact same look with it, then who the fuck cares? And I do want to mention that this dupe does say it's cruelty-free and paraben-free, just like the Jeffree palette does. I am so fucking excited for this. Like, I don't think my testes could tingle any harder. Hold on a second. Pause. I'm so sorry to interrupt this program, but I actually ended up losing about a half an hour worth of content. Fortunately, I did not lose much with the application of the eyeshadows, but I did lose pretty much all of the skincare stuff, and I'd be fine skipping over it, but usually when I do skip over it, a lot of people ask what products I use, so let me take a second to fill you in. For primer, I've been all about that fucking moisturization lately. My skin is a damn battlefield right now with winter, and I've noticed that even my favorite products look like shit on my face when it's not hydrated. So I've been going in with this KPS Hydrolux SPF 15 primer, as well as the KPS Superfood Elixir. This is just like a straight up oil, but oh my god, it makes my makeup look fabulous. Normally I would stay the fuck away from anything with oil before applying my makeup because it just tends to break everything down, but there's something about this that really makes my makeup look great. So that's what I used for primer, and then for foundation, I went in with one of my all-time favorite foundations. This is the Uma Beauty Fair Lady in T2N. Honestly, if I could only pick like 10 makeup items to keep forever, these would probably be 2 of them. Like this and the Dior Backstage. Oh my god, fuck me the hell up, bitch. Then for concealer, we went in with this Morphe concealer, which I think I may have actually reviewed, and I don't remember what I thought of it, but it was just sitting there in my little pile, and I tried it again, and even with all of the hydration that I added to my skin, my under eyes did still look pretty dry, but not that bad, so I think I'll give it a few more tries. Make sure to use the code NADI to save nothing at Morphe checkout. And of course, I blended everything out with a poof, which I can't find one around here to show ya, but I applied the Jeffree Star Blue Blood to this side of my face, and then the dupe to this side, but before I did that, I went in with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. I love this stuff so much. It is literally a game changer. In the next clip, you're gonna see Jeffree Star's Blue Monday all over my eyes, and no, it didn't help with the patchiness like when it blended out. It was still a bit rough there, but when I packed the shadow on, oh my god, it looked so good. This isn't my all-time favorite Jeffree Star palette, but after using this with this, I think I want to give this a few more tries because in my opinion, it did transform the shadow. So now we are all up to date. The next clip you're going to see, I've already got the Jeffree Star Blue Monday on this side and we're moving on to the dupe. Let's resume. See, but like if we pack it on, it's so pretty. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush and just do a color switch so that we can really get exact here. Ooh, that's kind of cool. It turned the brush purple, but this should completely take away any pigment there. And we can go ahead and dip into the dupe's blue. And we can pack this shiz fest right on this side. And I'm just gonna kind of do the same thing where I take it from the inner eye all the way to the outer eye. I think I might actually like the dupe one better. Like it just applies a little bit easier. Let me keep really building it up though. It almost seems like it's not quite as patchy as the Jeffree one. Like you're actually able to blend it out. So that's kind of interesting. All right, so I'm just gonna leave that like that. I mean, this application looks a little bit neater, but this side, the color is just, it's really vibrant, and I only had to dip in like 2 or 3 times to the palette, whereas the Jeffree side, I had to go in maybe like 5 times. Maybe I dug in a little bit harder with the dupe, I don't know, but I mean, color-wise, they do look very similar. So now into the Jeffree Star, I'm gonna dip in with a clean fluffy brush into I'm Cold. I'm gonna take this shadow and just kind of blend out those edges ever so lightly. Gonna go back and forth, just kind of building that color up, which if I remember correctly, it can take a lot to get this shadow to actually show up. You know, I do think switching up that primer really did help because I can see the color already. It's blending out really nicely. So I think I'm gonna leave it right there and let's go ahead and color switch and do the same to the other side. Oh god, one huge difference is that these have so much fucking kickback. Like, an incredible amount. But let's blendy blendy. We'll go right along the edges, back and forth. Keep dipping in. Where the Jeffree side just kind of blended out, I'm noticing that on this side, it's not blending out, it's more disappearing, which is kind of what I thought might happen after swatching them. Like, they looked the same, but they kind of blew off of my hand. Does that mean it's impossible to work with? No, but I don't think the look is going to be quite as clean. So let me just go in with that brush that I used before and reinstate that blue a tad bit. And I mean, now they do look pretty similar. Not the same, but pretty fucking close. The dupe side just isn't quite as vibrant. Like, it's not bad. I do think you could work with it, but to me, this side does look better so far. So let's continue. Next, right on the crease line, I'm gonna go in with some flourishing. And I'm gonna start with that right here on the outer corner and just push it into the eye socket. I don't wanna cover up that really pretty blue that we first laid down, but I do wanna create a nice gradient from this color to that deeper blue, then to that lighter blue, which it is doing a wonderful job at. I think that is so pretty, like, damn. Kind of regret not using this palette even more. Using a good primer honestly must make all the fucking difference in the world. It's still not quite as good as my friend's palette that I used, but I do like this a lot more than I originally had. Now I'm gonna take the Dupe's version and we're just gonna do the same thing, kind of lay it right here and bring it to the inner eye and work it up the crease line, back and forth. Oh, yes, baby, work that shit on my eye. See, I don't think this side looks bad. I just don't think it looks as good as the Jeffree side. Like, at first the shadow looks really, really good, but the moment you move it around and try to like work it in, it just disappears. I don't know where the fuck it goes. Like, this and my bank account must be related because I swear there's something there, but then when I look, it's gone. But looking at them side to side, I don't notice a huge difference, like not enough of a difference to know that they're from different palettes. This side just looks a little bit more faded to me, but still pretty damn good. And then before we go in and cut this bitch, let's deepen up the outer edges a little bit more. So I'm gonna go in with some cremated on a nice clean fluffy brush. And I'm gonna use this super sparingly because I don't wanna cover everything up. So I'm just gonna go right here on the outer corner, just kind of pat it on. And actually I'm gonna take this kind of all over the lid and slowly work it up the crease. I don't want to cover anything up, but I do want a little bit of deepness there because, oh, we love it deep. That's laying down very nicely. Color switch. And tap, 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 tap. That. It looks pretty close, but it's not quite as deep as the Jeffree one. I don't think it's like that noticeable of a difference though, so I'm just gonna keep on working it. We'll go ahead and cut a crease out. I'm just gonna take some Tarte Shippy Tippy. And then starting on the inner corner, I'm gonna lay down some of this beautiful white. Place that right here. And I'm really just kind of pressing that into place so that that shit does not move anywhere. And then let's go in with the Dupe, same thing right here in the inner eye and kind of bring it towards the middle and really press that shit into place. And then dipping back into the Jeffree palette into Entitled. And I'm gonna take that right in the center of the eye to kind of start blending the matte with the shimmer to make a nice clean transition right there. I like this look. Let's go ahead and do the same exact thing to the other side. So now that we're nearing the end of our look, they do kind of look really, really fucking similar. There definitely are some subtle differences between the palette, but I feel like for the most part, they're really similar. You just have to work with them differently. With both palettes, I noticed that some of the shadows you can really dip in lightly and it'll go a long ass ways, but some of the shadows you have to pack that shit on. But the shadows that you have to pack on and go lightly with aren't the same shadows with each palette. For example, I kind of felt like I had to use less Blue Monday here and more Blue Monday here, and less I'm Cold here and more I'm Cold here. So they definitely aren't the exact same, but are they close? Yes. I think I might prefer the Jeffree Star Cosmetics quality, but I would totally be okay just having this too. So yeah, there's that. I'm gonna take a tiny bit more Blue Monday right on the outer corner on both sides. And then I'm gonna finish up the top shadow by taking a tiny dab of Undertaker right on the outer corner to really deepen things up. Right there, and just kind of like tap it on ever so gently. Same thing on the Dupe side. And actually, just for shits, I'm gonna take a tiny bit of ocean ice and kind of place it right here on the outer corner as well. Not really sure that it'll do much. And no, not really, but I do have to do the same thing to the other side now. Now for the lower lash, I'm gonna go in with some mint tea. I've never really had good luck with blending this shadow out, but we can try it. I'm gonna really pack it on and smoke that shit downwards, which, not my favorite color. Let's go in with the same color of the dupe side and just blend it out back and forth. Okay, gonna be real with you. The dupe side honestly applied a little bit better and is blending out better, and it's sticking down for some reason. I don't know why the other shadows wouldn't stick down, but this one looks great. I mean, not great, but it's acceptable. I need a different color here. I also need to turn on the fan. I'm so sorry if you can hear it, but oh, I'm warm. Let's try taking some blue blood instead. We're just gonna take that along the lower lash line and give it a good little blend. Ah, yes. We can go ahead and do the same thing with the dupe side. And then I'm gonna go in with some Blue Monday and press that in right along the lashes and go back and forth. Let's go ahead and do the same exact thing for the dupe side, which it does look pretty much the same, does it not? And then right under that, I'm gonna take some of that beautiful teal shade Flourishing. Same thing for the other side as well, which this is one of those shadows where on the dupe side, it is way more pigmented. So I kind of went in pretty heavy with that. Then to finish with the lower lash, I'm gonna dip into some Undertaker and press that right into the lashes, right there to really define them. And then when I do these kind of bold, colorful looks, I always like to take a liquid lipstick and line my lower waterline. It just really helps shit pop. So for that, I'm taking the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker. And then before I go in with some Hank & Henry mascara, I'm just gonna very, very gently tightline the eye so that it hides the lash band. And here we are with the final look. We've got some bold lips, some bold eyes. I love it. The lips, though, are Gerard Cosmetics Underground mixed with some Model Rock lashes in Bomber and some Wet n Wild Rebel Rose. But if I were just walking around out in public, do you think anybody would notice a difference? I don't think I would. And we did use quite a few colors, and so to be able to come up with the same look, that's pretty good. When I look in my monitor, I kind of like this side better, but then in person, I like the Jeffree side better, but they aren't that different. So is this a dupe for this? I'm gonna be real with you and say, fuck yes. They're not the same exact quality. I do think Jeffree's is a little bit better, but some of the shadows in here I think are better than these. These guys, they do have a lot of kickback and powder to them, they're not compacted super tightly or they don't have enough binder or something, whereas these, they are really silky smooth, but if they look the same on the eyes and they perform pretty much the same with the brush, then who cares? There were some differences between the palettes, but I think you could probably create the exact same looks. Not all of the colors are going to be as vibrant, but if you pack that shit on, I feel like you could probably get there. So once again, this is C-Color Cosmetics. This bitch is made in China. This is made in the USA, if that matters to you. They are different quality, but overall pretty good. I mean, it's like sex on a bad date. Just close your eyes and you'll get there in the end. But after using the Gerard Cosmetics primer, I actually like this palette quite a bit more. It's still not my favorite Jeffree Star palette ever, but I do like it quite a bit more than the first times I tried it. Gonna be real though, if I need blue shadows, I might end up reaching for this. Only because if I somehow destroy this, it's only $8 versus this bitch. That's an expensive fuck up if I ruin that thing. But yes, there you go. I'm actually really, really surprised. I did hold them next to each other the moment that I got this and I was like, wow, they look close, but I did not think the looks that we'd create would be similar at all. So yes, there we go. Let me know your thoughts of this video down below and thank you all so much for being here. I love having you. And before we sign off of this video, if you would like to support me and my channel a little bit more, feel free to join me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/poplux. The link is down below. But there you get Patreon only giveaways, Patreon only videos, access to these videos a day early, and best part, it's cheap, just like me. Big thank you to all of the support here as well as over there. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!